Gordon, you know, it adds a bit of more, interest to, you know, a bit of fresh blood, and I think the sound is a lot better than it used to be. You know, we've expanded our sound on the record, and Gordon's done the same for us, you know, with the live show, adding the details and bits and pieces. So yeah, it's great to have him on tour. There are many more layers on this new record than there have been on previous albums, and even with Gordon, we're unable to recreate the whole thing, which is maybe a good thing. It's nice to peel things back a little bit. But yeah, I think, you know, music aside, one of the most important things about deciding on a new member is actually, does their personality fit with everyone else's, you know? And I think, you know, we've known Gordon for a little while, and just, you know, known him to be a great, you know, person to be around. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily relate back to the last one directly, but it does bear. There is a history between the two albums, whereby this one is maybe more about the kind of moving on stage of life in general. Not just, it's much more general and less specific than the last one. So I think the theme of this one is just trying to figure out what your purpose is and who you are, and just what it's like to be a human, I guess, rather than just, oh, you know, a specific scenario where there's one person and then there's me, and that's discussing that, which was what the Midnight Organ Fight was just discussing what happened between us. I think my life, basically since the last album came out, has been touring, and at home has been great and content, and everything's been fine. So there's been less of the sort of angst to write about. So I had to make some up, you know. I had to make some stuff up, which I'm not really bothered about, because it has to happen at some point. You can't. My life, I wouldn't assume that my life is interesting enough to everyone that I would be able to write a song about, you know, drinking cups of tea and stuff. So, you know, I had to do a bit more storytelling, but it was fine. It was a challenge. I want to write music that is memorable and is catchy and has hooks in the same way that most pop music does. You know, I like a big chorus. That satisfies me, and I like putting that into my own music. And wherever that takes me is fine. I don't really have any ambition to play in huge stadiums or anything, and that's not going to happen for us. But I like music that has that, you know, catchy, anthemic, sing-along aspect to it, and that's what I like, the way I like to write.